Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently ready to deploy, and we would like to build up our funds a little bit more. We've been spending a lot, but the last one was not too bad, the last mission, and that is great. We did get our hands on a railgun turret. We don't have any ammo. That said, this is also a destroy base. Maybe we can get a railgun turret, or rather a railgun ammo out of it. That would be great. Comstar isn't saying what's in that facility, but it has them riled up, huh? Okay. Well, we could definitely run it right down the middle if we wanted to. This is not a free priority salvage. So we could get ourselves 2 priority salvage. I like it. Otherwise, we're going to be running this with pretty much exactly the same setup that we did before. We didn't have rain deployed previously, so this is fine. Although I would like to get Taboo out here. He drives the Atlas. Okay. We're going to put him in place of Coldfire because he needs XP still. So let's go ahead and do that. Darius, you're probably a moron, but you might be right. We'll find out. So, I mean, this is Comstar. I didn't even look at who the Op4 was. We might have Comstar allies, but it's, I think, unlikely. We should not plan to have Comstar allies. But we know we're not against Comstar, so that's what's good. I should have looked at the Op4. I don't know who we're up against. If it's word of Blake, problems could ensue, but we'll see. One of these days, the loading screen will load, and it will be a wonderful day. But I would really like to get our hands on some railgun ammo. Like, that railgun does 450 damage to a single location. We can probably only equip 1 on a single mech, but that's still really, really good. I don't know if it has damage fall off. I'd have to check the tooltip on that. We'll see. But for now, we need to destroy the Merrick structures and escape. The Merrick manufacturing facility on Alula Australis is an illegal intrusion into our territory and a cover for military personnel and units. Our efforts to resolve this through diplomatic channels have been rebuffed, so we're now turning to a military solution. The facility must be destroyed. We should expect heavy resistance. Comstar isn't saying what's in that facility, but whatever it is has them riled up. Indeed, but it's Merrick, so, I mean, it's not going to be that many enemies.
Online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
We might face turrets. In fact, we probably will face turrets. We might face as many as 2 enemy lances, but let's see. Nearby Merrick base is our target, indeed. And we're going to move up. It's over here. We have no allies. We do see a base garrison. We could just drop right out over here and have pretty clear LOS while still being able to dip down the hill if we want to break LOS. We would have to charge down this way to get in closer. We could also spawn here. Have the LOS out here and be able to break back into here or potentially into this cover. We would have the approach to the base would be pretty undefended. What if we were to think about coming at it from one of these directions? This looks semi-reasonable to me. We would have to approach through this rough terrain, or we could drop over here. It's a long ways from the base, no matter how we slice it. Hello. Now this is an interesting option. If we were to deploy here, we would have to advance through these trees to around this point. Oh, where are we facing? What did you do, RogueTech? Okay, to about this point before we would guaranteed have LOSs. But I think overall this is a good spot to spawn. So let's go ahead and do it. And we're just going to push on in here. We, of course, need to destroy the base here. We immediately spot a thumper turret. That's okay. No big issues there. We don't immediately see the garrison, I don't think. But that's an Arrow 4, sniper cannon, that's an avatar there, and a thumper turret. So the turrets aren't too frightening. I was hoping to see a railgun turret, but no such luck. We're going to move up with our longbow here. And the longbow is going to fire on the stumper turret. Hit odds are actually lower than I thought they would be, just due to our vision range, I think. Yeah, no visuals. Okay. Well, let's chunk down the armor on this stumper turret. We don't see anything other than that avatar, which is a little spooky. They're shooting at our Corsair here, which is fine.
You can cut it out now.
Artillery is obviously going to be hitting that avatar.
Yes, boss.
The Salamander can push up over this direction. This is in cover, and we do have LOS on the sniper cannon turret. We absolutely take this. It's only got 240 armor, so I don't think we even need AX. So let's just go ahead and do it. Some good internal damage there. We didn't eliminate it. That Arrow 4 turret also does need to go. The Battlemaster is going to move up, and its job is to finish the job on the sniper cannon turret. There we go. Sniper cannon out of there. So this one's Thumper as well, correct? Correct. So I think we'll let the Thumpers live for now. That's a Marauder. Okay. Not too frightening. Wait, the Salamander is supposed to be in cover. Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter that much. The Madcat Mark II is going to look to close in. The actual only place it can get an LOS is unfortunately on the Thumper turret. We might have to allow the Arrow 4 turret to live here. But we'll take out the Thumper turret. No big deal.
Turret destroyed.
Okay. That's an artillery piece not on a turret. No, that was the Thumper turret. A Thumper turret moving in phase 14.
Standing by.
That's new. Okay. Well, we're going to move up with our Annihilator. We do have eyes on the Arrow 4 turret. Only 38% with the Madcat Mark II right in front of us. What do we suppose the odds that we actually hit the Madcat are? They're low, right? Surely they're low here. Well, they're probably not as low as I'd like. This is dangerous, but I'm going to roll the dice.
Go.
Sad.
Armor blow through. Internal damage.
Did we hit both of them on the Madcat, or just the one? Just the one. Okay.
Yes,
Like I said, it was dangerous, and we knew that. I'm actually going to drop the Long Tom on the Arrow 4. I don't usually like using artillery on turrets, but that Arrow 4 is a large enough threat that I do want it out of here. Now, it's not going to kill it, but we're going to shred some armor off of it there. And the Corsair is going to do actually exactly the same thing. If our hit odds are good enough, we may even shape charge. I don't think they're worth it.
Aye. Engaging target.
Kind of bad Thumper shots there, but they did manage to hit the base. That's okay, I guess.
Waiting for
And the Boar's Head is going to move in.
I'm walking here.
We want to continue hitting that Arrow 4 turret. Do they seriously only have 2 mechs?
I have it.
I don't know. The Arrow 4 turret does survive. I'm not super shocked about that. It goes for the Corsair, and that's acceptable.
I can't take
It does put a lot of heat onto us. We knew that would happen, though.
She can't take much more of this.
Okay.
Not much armor left in that location.
So they've got a phase 18 mover that we don't see. Running large pulse lasers. Cool. Next up is going to be our Battlemaster. The Battlemaster is going to step forward over here, and we actually do see that mech now. That is a ghost. Okay. I think that given our hit odds, we are going to go for the Arrow 4 turret. We're going to hope that we manage to destroy it, but I think the odds on that are pretty low given how much armor it's got left. We did hit it with all 4 of those, and yeah, we needed like through armors, which with a UAC 5 is Pretty unlikely. More heat coming from right over here. Okay. That looked like rockets, though, to me. That didn't really look like missiles, so that shouldn't be too threatening going forward. They're continuing to shoot at the Battlemaster and getting some damage in there. But we've got a solid damage reduction, and our armor is holding. So the longbow is going to move up over here, and the longbow is going to look to eliminate the Arrow 4 turret, I think. Those hit odds are not great. Okay. I mean, we could fire Artemis 4, and we'll go ahead and do that. Odds are still decent that we kill this here.
Affirmative.
And indeed we do. Excellent.
Enemy eliminated.
So the Arrow 4 turret is out of there. It only got the one shot off. The Madcap Mark II is going to move up. It can fire on the Marauder or the Ghost. Those hit odds are non-great. Or it could fire on the medium military building. I guess we'll just potshot the Marauder, but we're really not expecting much out of this. Got a little damage in there. Okay. That was honestly better than I thought it would be. The Salamander is going to move on up into this position of cover.
Moving to position.
I'd like to eliminate their Thumper turret. 85% on that. Just double checking. Yeah, that's going to be our best bet. So we're going to hit the Thumper turret, and are we expecting a kill here? Probably not quite. But we do get a kill.
That turret is gone.
So no turrets remain, and now our Corsair is going to step forward here. Heat is a concern for the Corsair for sure. We're not going to fire the ER large, but we can get away with firing the Thumpers, and so we shall. Not good shots with the Thumper, but that's okay. The Marauder moves up, shoots at our Battlemaster. Does a little damage, but that's not too bad. Okay. Next up, our Bull Shark is going to position here.
Moving to
I
position.
really do want to continue hitting this Ghost, even though I would argue that the Avatar is kind of more centrally located. Well, either of these. LRM hit odds are actually better on the Ghost, though, so we'll go for that.
Engaging target.
Decent long tom shot there, making the Ghost unsteady. I like it.
Standing by.
Next up, our Annihilator can step up over... We get past the Boar's Head? Not really. We can
Here we
position
go.
it here, though, and we could fire out at one of these military buildings, or we could just call that good, which is what we're going to do for now. The Boar's Head is going to step up over here, and once again, LRM hit odds 5.4. LRM hit odds are actually best on the Marauder, so we'll go ahead and go for that. Now, we're actually a little concerned about heat here. Thanks for the Arrow 4 turrets. Thanks, RogueTech. Technically, our hit odds are slightly better on this Avatar,
Engaging target.
if we're not going to fire the LRM. That was not a great Arrow 4 shot, but we did make the Avatar unsteady, so I guess that's okay.
Confirmed.
Now, our longbow can move up over here. It doesn't really get LOS on much of anything, unless we sprint. We can sprint, and so we'll move up over here, and we do have LOS now on this Ghost. Hit odds are still going to be better on the Avatar, though, and are we better off firing Standard here? Yes, we are. So we shall go ahead and do that, and strip a little armor off of this Avatar. Beautiful. Next up, our Salamander is going to stride on forward purposefully. And we could fire on the Avatar, the Marauder, or the Ghost. Our hit odds are technically best on the Avatar. So that's what we'll take. Do we want to fire AX? Yes.
Confirmed.
And that is one dead Avatar. Perfect. Next up, our Corsair moves on up. We're going to continue dropping Thumpers on this guy. What would our Shape Charge Direct Fire look like? I don't think it's worth it. We're just going to do this. Continuing to make that Ghost unsteady.
Ready.
Our Magcat Mark II can position up over here and just toss some MRMs over there. The range isn't ideal, but that'll be fine. So I want to check, did we crit anything in here? No. Cool. So we're hoping for a knockdown on the Ghost, but on these hit odds, I think that's pretty unlikely. Yeah, not quite a knockdown there. The Battle Master will close on in, and we are expecting the best hit odds to be on the Marauder. And that is indeed the case. Okay, we'll go ahead and hit that Marauder. We did get a nice structure exposure on him there. I like it.
I'm ready.
The Bull Shark is going to remain where it's at, and we're going to keep hitting that Ghost. This should be a knockdown.
Roger that.
That was actually a perfectly placed shot. That actually killed the Marauder from the knockdown damage. That's a little shocking. The Annihilator can move up over here, and what are our hit odds on that Ghost? Not amazing, and we've got the Battle Master right there. Surely its rear armor will be fine if we stray shot it, right? The answer is no if we stray shot it multiple times in the same place. Nice. We didn't stray shot it, and we took out the Ghost. Beautiful. So there's still a vehicle that last we knew was up over here, but we don't actually know where it is. We're going to drop the Sniper Artillery and Arrow 4 on the base. Okay, so it's still where it was. And it's still got missiles. Good to know. So it's out over here. The longbow is going to move forward. It's not really in a position to do much about that vehicle currently. We're going to fire on this medium military building.
Structure
One down.
It's history.
Excellent.
Good to go.
Then our Salamander is going to step forward here, and we're going to fire on this medium military building, I think. 192, yes. No point in firing AX on buildings, so we'll fire improved ammo. Excellent.
I'll meet you at the LZ.
So there's the base out of here, and the question now becomes, can we see that vehicle?
Roger.
Well, not with that movement. Okay.
Right here.
The Battle Master is going to continue to advance up over here.
Accelerating to location.
We don't see anything. It must be running some very good stealth systems. So the Magcat Mark II is going to advance up over here and sink his heat.
Ready for orders.
The Bull Shark is going to move up. Without a spotted target, I'm not going to do any ground attacks.
Yes, Commander.
We'll be pretty reliant on the Battle Master to scout for us here. Interesting. It just ran out of ammo. It's right there. We know where it is. Ah, that's not a vehicle at all. That's a catapult. Okay. So the Boar's Head is going to step up.
Affirmative.
And now we have sensors. Beautiful. We're going to Warlord. Can we get away with firing that LRM-20? Yes, but only just. I like it. Do it. We're going to start hitting this guy with artillery. And immediately, that's some very solid damage into him. Cool.
I'm here.
Our Corsair is going to move up over here.
Roger.
And we're also going to hit this guy with, well, everything we've got, honestly.
Firing.
We miss our lasers. A little bit of artillery damage there.
Yes, Commander.
The Battle Master will advance up over this way. We're going to try to light this guy up. He is very hard to see, though. This Catapult 2 is being very stealthy. We're going to get a knockdown on him through our artillery pretty soon. I do want to sprint the longbow up if we can, but that doesn't make a difference, so we'll just walk up. And we'll lob a few LRMs at him for stability. Nice. That is, in fact, a knockdown. Beautiful. Next up, our Salamander will advance up to here. With that knockdown, we have okay hit odds. Not great, but okay. We've dealt some damage to its armor there. The Madcat Mark II is going to also close in and keep lobbing MRMs in.
Acknowledge.
Excellent.
Yes, Commander.
And the Bull Shark is going to close on in.
Confirmed.
And of course, continue to do as much armor strip as possible.
Affirmative.
Excellent. We're through the armor. We crit the engine twice there.
Critical hit, Commander.
He's now unsettled.
Commander.
The Annihilator is going to move up, and hopefully we can do some annihilation here. That would be nice. We can Warlord, and hopefully we don't hit the Battlemaster stray shot. It'd be awkward if we did. I don't think we will. Ooh, that's a solid hit with one of those Gauss anyway.
Scored a critical hit.
Okay, so he's running MRMs.
Commander?
Good to know. The Boar's Head is going to close on in here, and we are going to continue to fire artillery.
Engaging.
Target
Nice.
destroyed.
Engine destruction. That's what we needed.
Tango
Let's get
down.
out of here.
I got the heat spiking here.
Oh, we exited combat. I expected the mission to end there, but I guess we'll move to the evac.
Enemy reinforcements detected.
Oh, okay. There's that strong opposition. Okay, so there's new enemies out there. We'll just move towards the evac point and see...
Moving to position.
Oh, they're out over here? A Locust and a Hetzer. That's not very
Confirmed.
strong. That's not very strong at all.
Got it, Commander.
We'll position for that.
Position confirmed.
That shouldn't be a big deal. There is an Atlas out there. That's reasonably strong, but a Locust and a Hetzer is super not strong. So the Corsair is going to move in up over here,
Understood.
and we're just going to start lobbing thumpers at this Locust. Cool. That's a lot of armor strip off of him.
Confirmed.
The longbow is going to move on up here.
Affirmative, Commander.
What are our hit odds best on? 10% on the Hetzer, 14 on the Locust. We can even Warlord that, and we may be better off Artemis 4ing it. Yeah, 23. This could kill the Locust in theory.
Here we go.
It did not, but we got rid of basically
Right
half
here.
of his armor. So the Battlemaster is going to turn around and head up over this way. And are we still best off firing on the Locust? These hit odds are really very bad. We may actually... I'm just going to brace it. I shouldn't have Warlorded. I'm just going to brace because I want to let the recoil drop. We're going to close in the Madcat Mark II.
Aye, aye.
The Annihilator is going to walk on up. These hit odds are going to be incredibly bad as well. Not even worth firing.
I'm receiving you.
The Bull Shark is going to step up and drop a Long Tom on this Locust. This is going to be a very unhappy Locust.
Locked on target.
Okay. I actually thought that that might kill it, but no such luck there. The Salamander is the next mover, and I'm actually not going to hit the Locust. I'm going to hit the Hetzer with it. Because I think the Locust dies to artillery. Only 14% on the Hetzer. That's okay. Is there a fourth unit out there is the question, or do they only have the 3? The Locust closes in. Does not fire.
Orders.
So the Boar's Head is going to move up. And we're just going to finish off the Locust.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
That was not a good sniper artillery shot. Not a great arrow 4 shot either.
Scored a critical hit.
Okay. Well, what else do they have? There's that Hetzer. Oh no, 16 damage. Okay.
Damage
We don't
minimal.
care about that. This is going to be that Atlas moving. The Atlas we might care about. Okay. And then there's something else big out there too. So we now know that there's 4 units. And we're going to continue closing in. So the Salamander is going to move up over here. The Salamander will be the one to finish off the Locust. Absolutely.
Affirmative.
There we go. One very dead Locust.
Target neutralized.
Next
I am
up,
out
the
of
Corsair
short-range
is going to step forward over here. We don't have a sensor trace on that Atlas right now, so we're just going to fire on the Hetzer. Not good shots with the Thumper. Okay, Hetzer, what you gonna do? Take a bunch of burn damage. Cool.
What are your orders, Skipper?
The longbow is going to move on up,
Acknowledge,
and
Commander.
the only thing that we can shoot at is the Hetzer here. We're better off with standard ammo.
Copy that.
Lot of damage to him there. I like it.
Standing by.
The Battlemaster is going to sprint over this way.
Affirmative.
We would love to get a sensor trace on that Atlas and whatever else it is they have over there. The Madcap Mark II is going to close in. I actually meant for it to be 1 hex over, but okay, that'll do. And next up, the Bull Shark is going to step forward, and we're going to hit that Hetzer.
Putting one in the back.
Indeed you are. So the next question, of course, becomes,
Commander,
what else do they have over there?
on my way.
Because the
Double
Hetzer
time.
is not threatening, and the Hetzer will be gone very, very soon. They have a phase 16 mover. Running dual PPCs of some sort. That we still don't have a sensor trace on.
Standing by.
That's a little sad. The Boar's Head is going to move up
Roger that.
and hopefully finish off the Hetzer. It
Firing
should.
at enemy
It absolutely should. Yeah, there we go. 1 dead Hetzer and maybe some damage to somebody else out here that we don't know about.
Enemy battle mech down.
Okay.
Receiving you.
So the Salamander is going to sprint forward, and now we have a sensor trace on a Thug and an Atlas. Neither of them are in LOS. That's okay.
Aye, aye.
The Corsair is going to move on up, and who do we focus on here? I think that we focus for now on the Thug. Reason being, it has lower armor.
I'm taking the shot.
Excellent. We'll see what they end up doing here, if they stack together more. They're spreading out. Okay. Shooting at the Bull Shark is fine for now. Okay.
Yup.
So the longbow is going to position here,
Roger that, Commander.
where we have direct fire LOS. We'll be better off Artemis 4ing, and we'll go ahead and do that. Excellent damage to the Thug there. I'm very pleased.
LRMs are out.
Well, you're out of Artemis 4 anyway.
Right
So
here.
we're going to close in with our Battlemaster. We have Side Arc on the Thug there. And those are some beautiful odds. Given the range, anyway. Structure exposure looking good,
Alrighty.
and the Bull Shark is going to step off to the side over here. I want to keep hitting this Thug. I really do want it dead.
Firing on target.
Not a great long tom shot, but we did get a knockdown. Okay, so pilot is bleeding out, but that's not
for orders.
hugely relevant. The Madcap Mark II can close in, and that is actually in range of the Thug, so this could easily be a kill. And there we go. Scratch one enemy Thug. Next up, the Atlas. So what are you going to do over there, Atlas, besides get shredded by the artillery? You're going to sensor impair our Bull Shark, fair enough.
Awaiting orders.
The Annihilator will position up on this hill over here.
Move order
We can
confirmed.
just squeak out an LOS. We're probably not going to hit, but we'll go ahead and Warlord to increase our chances. 21% chance here for each of these.
Target
We actually do hit one of them? Wow, okay. Can always tell with that zoom-in action
orders.
camera. The Boar's Head is going to move up over here, and we're going to do some big ol' armor shred on this
Firing
Atlas.
full complement on enemy.
Could have been bigger. I'm not going to lie. That could have been a lot bigger. Those artillery shots were not amazing. The longbow is going to move up over this way, and we are going to armor shred with our LRMs. We are a little out of ideal range, but that's fine. Imagine if we had put ELRMs on this guy. We probably should. Some nice instability building
Yes,
up there.
Commander.
The Battlemaster is looking for an LOS, and it actually does find one.
Roger that.
Cool. Is that enough for a knockdown? No. Okay, that's fine.
Standing by.
The Corsair is going to move up, and this
Let's
will
go.
get a knockdown, guaranteed.
Attacking from position.
Excellent. So that is, of course, an
Standing
armor
by.
penetration on the Atlas there. We do need to sprint in. Unfortunately, we are out of LOS here. What else do we got here?
Yes,
The
Commander.
Annihilator hasn't moved yet, and actually this is perfect. So go ahead and take this shot again. Maybe we hit again. I doubt it, but we'll see. We did hit with one of those. Wow, we're getting good luck there. The Madcat Mark II is not going to find an LOS over here, I'm afraid. It's just not going to happen.
Yes, Commander.
The Bull Shark, on the other hand, absolutely will. So we're going to move up over here, and we'll just drop our artillery right on that CT.
Confirmed.
Okay, that's not exactly right on the CT. But close enough. We got some internal damage there.
Waiting for orders.
The Boar's Head is going to do the same thing, if it can.
Firing a full salvo.
Okay, some decent armor reduction there, but those crits there are what we're looking for.
Solid connection on that one.
Now he's going to get up, and that's actually good for us. It'll be easier for us to see him now. Let's see what he does. Probably not a whole lot. He dealt 1 damage to the Corsair. And then ejected. Well, that was anticlimactic. Okay, so there's that done.
Mission successful.
1 damage to the Corsair. I assume that was an ejection of shame. Like, he was just like, yep, I did 1 damage. I'm out of here. This is over. I'm assuming that's what that was. Now, we really shouldn't have taken very much damage. There were a couple of mechs that got, I guess, some decent hits to them, but that shouldn't be too bad in terms of repairs. I mean, we did shoot our own Mad Cat's rear arc, but that's to be expected sometimes when you roll those dice. We knew that that was dangerous when we did it, and that's okay. What do we got here? We've got a Clan Arrow 4. My first impetus is to take that. We've got an MRM-40 that could replace the one that we lost not too long ago. Thumper Artilleries, which I'm not too keen on. Double heat sinks. Some guided Arrow 4 ammo. We do have one of those. Let's just go ahead and take that for now. And we'll see what we get out of it. Out of the roulette, I mean. SRM4s, don't care. Case 2, don't care. Partial wing system, don't care. Patchwork Materials T3. Okay, that might not be a terrible thing to have around. Tracker sensors, we'll definitely want that. The Arrow 4 ammo. Rack 5 slugs. We'll keep it around. And Thumper ammo. We do have 3, so we'll get rid of that. That was only 450 C-bills? Okay, that's not very much. Good to know, but overall, I feel like that was pretty solid. I'm hoping that we can get those repairs done before the financial report. We'll see how realistic that is. We might have to bring in a substitute mech. That's not the end of the world if we do. That would be completely fine. It is around time to put a cut in here, so once we know what that repair is going to look like, I will go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and let's see what Yang has to say here. Everything takes longer than you think, it says here, especially this loading screen. I was hoping that Yang would have his estimate by the time I finished that, but nope! Everything takes longer than you'd think. Okay, 200k and 25 days. It's not actually going to be 25 days, of course. Yang's estimate on that is inflated. In reality, it is... I mean, there's the Fafnir that's going to be slowing things down. It's going to be a bit, for sure. Let's see here. Like 16 days? Something along those lines? It's going to be close. We might be able to deploy with... Actually, we will be able to deploy with substitute mechs. So that'll be fine. And with that, that cut's going in now, and I will see you all next time.